Hi everybody, welcome to Facebook Sunday Live. How's everybody doing today? Stop in, say hi, let me know where you're from, where you're watching from. So, everybody having a good weekend? Every weekend's a good weekend as far as I'm concerned. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to be working and showing you the Botanical Bliss. Hi Winann. So this is the stamp set, Botanical Bliss, and then, let me throw my glasses on here, and then the matching Framelits, and I'll take those out and show you those right now. So these are the Framelits, which I already have on my magnetic sheet, as you can see. So before we get started with that, a couple of things, just reminding everyone that July is coming to an end, and if you want to place an order with me, I have a Hostess code out there. And I'll pull this up for real quick. It's out on my blog. If you want to use July's Hostess code, I have my own celebration going on where you can get a free stamp set, or I have a list of items out there. So $50 or more gets you something. Hi, Liz. Thanks for coming out last night, Liz. It was great to see you and Ronnie last night. So I have a Hostess code out there, and you can get a free item using this Hostess code. You'll see that again later on. Also coming to an end is join Stampin' Up, join my team, and get, hi Maureen, get the free stamp pads, 10 free stamp pads with your starter kit. So, and you know, I can't tell you enough, this is a great way to get started with Stampin' Up, whether you want to be a hobbyist, whether you just want to get the discount, whether you just want the free stamp pads. I want you on my team, but if you have a demonstrator, please contact them, because go to them. It's a great deal, and I really don't want to have you miss out on that. Okay, again, I mean, obviously I'd like you to join me, but if you have a demonstrator, go see them, because this is an absolutely great deal. All right, so again, Botanical Bliss. This is the one we're going to be working on. Hi, Valerie. It was nice chatting with you today. And Liz, you're welcome for the book. I hope you enjoy it. So this is the set. So let me show you first some of the samples that I'll be showing, and then we'll get into the stamping. So again, the cutouts or the framelits look like this. So there's one in here. This is one of the cutouts. I'll bring it in and you can see it. I like to show you the samples first. I used to hide those until later, but I think it makes a little more sense when you see these and then you see the framelits and how they work together. So this is just a little 3x3 or 4x4 card. What I did for most of those, Kathleen, I'm glad you made it. Again, if anybody doesn't make my Facebook Lives, I do send them over on YouTube, so you can catch them on YouTube. Anyway, what I did with most of these is I made 4x4 cards, and I did tags, and then I also did a regular card so you could see how they work. So this is the first one I did. And I don't know, this framelit just reminded me of stars, so I kind of paired it with the Twinkle Twinkle star, designer series paper, okay? And I'll bring that in closer so you can see it with the ruffled ribbon. So I just kind of thought that went together. And here's another one using the stamps with the embossing folder that we have that looks like stars, and then again the twinkle paper, and then I added some of those little twinkle embellishments that kind of shine. This is what I also wanted to show you right here, this great piece right here for tag. That actually goes to the stitched framelits, which is another stamp set. I'll probably be doing that one on Facebook Friday, because this has got some great stitch die framelits on it. So again, this one, oh, hi Donna, I'm glad you can catch me live over in Australia. So this one, again, if you look closely, I just thought it looked like stars, so I just paired it up with everything with the stars. And then of course it's pool party, so it's got all the little pool party embellishments, the ribbon, the satin ribbon, the shimmery ribbon, and then the baker's twine. But I love this tag. It doesn't go to the Botanical Bliss, but I like to show you how they cross over, and you can use them each set together. Okay, now we're going to get into my favorites. Okay, again, that was this die right here. Now this one is the birds. Now let me show you what I did with that. So the first one is this gorgeous tag. And this is the Blackberry Bliss. Now I'm going to bring it out so you can see the whole thing. And I'll show them to you again. I just wanted to. And then, of course, I got the little mini sequins in on the bottom of that. And I'll bring it in so you can see it. I glued the little faceted dots to it. See that? In the Blackberry. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? What a great tag to put on. I mean, wouldn't this look beautiful on somebody's gift? Thank you, Kathleen. Now, also, the to and from, just want to point this out. You see the to and from right there. The stamp obviously says to and then from. So what I did was I just inked up the to, stamped it, and then inked up the from and stamped it long ways. You can do that just by inking them up separately. I actually put that back. If we have time later, I'll show you how to do that. And then, of course, the edge on this, whoop, I got to get up. Oh, I got to tell you something funny when I get back here, too. Okay, you know, my tailored punch is my favorite to do this part right here. So that's my tag for this. So the funny thing I was going to tell you was when I got up the other day and I was looking at my video, I have this really ugly chair that I sit on. It's green on the top and brown on the bottom. I don't know where it came from. My husband brought it down here. It's the ugliest chair in the world, but it is the most comfortable to sit and stamp and do these videos. But I laughed because I'm sitting there and I moved in the video and I went, oh my goodness, I never realized that that ugly chair is in my video. But it's comfortable, so who cares, right? Okay, so again, back to stamping. So this is the tag for that. Now let me show you the 4x4 card that I did. So again, I used the bird tag or the bird topper for that. And then, is anybody noticing what's down here? You know what that is? Right here is our detailed 12x12 what is it? The laser cut detailed paper. I just cut a strip and put it on the Blackberry Bliss paper. And it goes so well with this. And then, of course, the background paper is from the Share What You Love bundle. And then our raspberry ribbon. Isn't that great? I mean, this is what I mean. They tie up so well together. Hi, Stacy. Thanks for tuning in. And then, of course, I put some little pearls on there and colored them with the blends, markers. And then the card that I picked for this one, and again, I'll show these when we're all done. Oh, actually, I think I did a couple extras of this card, this one, because I loved it. Was this card, which I'll give you the dimensions because this card is a little bit different. So over here you got the cut piece, the Share What You Love swish background, as I call it. See, there's the little cut. Let me bring it in there so you can see all the pieces, the gold thread there, the Share What You Love glittery paper. Hi, Kevin. Thanks for tuning in. And then I just flipped that up, and I used my strip here. So that was one of the cards I did with that. So I kind of matched up the Share What You Love bundle with this stamp set. Okay. And I had the dimensions. I'll give you the dimensions for this card because if you look at it this way, it's it's not a full card like we normally do. It's a little bit different size. But I just wanted to show you how cool that was, that it goes with everything. And this kind of like made it almost look like tie-dyed, I thought. So it was just something a little bit different. So that's another card I did with it. And then here's another card with the bird part of it. And now this was with our shaded spruce and the crumb cake. Okay, and our falling leaves background embossing. Okay, so, and you really don't have to add a lot if you don't want to, or you can. Now, see, I put a little bird on there, and I add a little Wink of Stella, if you can see him. And then, what is this, our Venetian ribbon. And then if you look real close, it's got the ribbon from the animal outing, but it goes with this too. There's so many things you can use with this bundle. I'm going to peek and see. Oh, yes, I did stamp inside this one. So I wanted to show you the versatility of this. And this is a great bundle. Okay, it's my favorite. It's my new favorite bundle. I say that every week, don't I? And then, of course, inside, I just use the stamp set to decorate that. And again, I'll show you all the cards when we're done. And then, of course, the next one is the rose, the flowered rose. And that's what I'm going to be stamping later. Oh, I found the other one. I did do it. I did do an extra tag. I forgot on that one that I thought looked like stars. I thought I had another one in there. This was really cool too. What I did here was, everybody knows that we can color our white, any of our white ribbons, and I did this with the Night and Navy blends, and then I used a white. I did white and blue, so I had, you know, tied 2 ribbons on there, and same thing with the tag part of it. And what I did for this tag was I stamped it, did the to and from, and then I just fussy cut it around it and made my own tag. Whoop, do it that way. So can you see that? But you see what I mean? They got the little stars here, and it just, to me, looks like a star, so that's what I did. So that's the tag for that one. Where did that one go? Yeah, I thought I did a tag. I did a tag and a card, a 4x4 tag, and a regular card for each one, and then I did a couple extras. So that's that one. Now the roses, back to the roses, and that's what I'm going to be showing. So the first tag that I did is this one. This is the very first one I did using that bundle all together. And when I use this ribbon, I like to also put in the new blueberry bushel, the thinner one. I just like the way it looks. And you can play with the, I was playing around with that, and I got to put another glue dot. The little tip, what I do is when I get the bow the way I want it, especially if I'm using double ribbon like that, I'll put a little glue dot in here to keep it in place. And this one I didn't do that yet because I was still playing around with it. So this is another tag that I did, and this is with the blueberry bushel. And here's another little trick or tip for you. I had a little mishap here. I pressed too hard like we all do, even the seasoned stampers. So I just put a little bling there. Nobody would know. Now what I did with this one is I cut the back. And let me tell you now that to get these backs, when you'll see this, it's a 2-inch, it's 2 inches wide. You can do it as long as you want, but 2 inches wide works perfect with these dies, and you'll see that. And then I just cut another piece of cardstock in the white, and then, oh, I gotta go grab the other punch. And then I used our rounder to round it. Okay, so that was the first one with the roses. The 4x4 was in black and white, because everything, thank you, Angie. Black and white is always nice. Always elegant, always classy, I think. And then got a little lift there, and of course I always like to put some bling on it. And that's just a little, I didn't stamp anything inside yet. I'm cutting out. Am I cutting out for anybody else? Valerie says I'm cutting out. I hope not. Okay, so that's that one. Just let me know if I am. Maybe it's the fan over here, and I'll shut that off. Here's another one with the... Not for you, Fran? Okay. Here's another one, again, using the laser detailed designer series paper. I cut the oval out, and then I did the framelit in the rose, and I used the tuft quilt, the tuft embossing folder. Sorry, didn't do a lot of colors. Just did the pretty in pink, and made a best wishes card, and then just put some pearls on that. Didn't get overly fancy, but look how that is. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. I mean, sometimes less is better, or less is more. It just looks elegant to me when you do it, you know, this way. And then this one, again, I didn't stamp the inside yet. So, again, most of you know I wait to do the inside till I know what I'm going to use it for. This was one of my favorites. And then this one, they're all my favorites. Who am I kidding? I rounded the edge with our triple punch there, the rounder. And then this one I did, if you can, I'm going to bring it in real close. This is with the linen background. Can anybody see that? I'm going to kind of move it around. So I used the linen background on this one with the Heather Highland. And then I used the Heather Highland, I forgot the name of it, but the new ribbon back there. And then over top of that, I used our Swiss dotted ribbon. And again, I colored the two pearls here, but then on the white pearls I left so they show up better. Okay. Now, for the ones I'm going to show you how I used this or did this. This is another one that I did. You could tell I did a lot of the roses. This one, I used our blends to color it. Now, you know our blends bleed through, so I didn't want that to bleed through, so I'll show you how I did that one. Bring it back out, and of course, I'm doing it in a different color. This was with the Granny Apple Green, which looks great, don't get me wrong, but I wanted to try it in a different color, and you know how I like to, you know, try things on camera and scare myself to death. So that's the tag that I'm gonna show you. And then this card. And I can see my camera is moving. Again, I thought I had that fixed. I guess I didn't tighten it enough yet. This is the other card I'm going to be stamping today. Again, this set goes great with the Petal Promenade Designer Series paper. Is that gorgeous or what? And again, there you see the framelit from the stitched labels from that bundle. Is that beautiful? And of course the pink rhinestones are in there. This is one of my favorite. And of course I used the rich razzleberry for that. And this one I did stamp inside. Okay. So let's get stamping. Okay, so I'm going to bring the camera down. I'm still going to be able to see us. Okay, and I'm going to do it slowly so I don't lose anybody. Let me just turn this a bit. Here we go. Okay, there's the Hostess code. If you need that, that'll be on the website later. Okay. Take this away. All right, I'm going to bring in my Big Shot to show you a couple of things for this. And let's see if I can do this while I'm sitting. Okay, so I'm bringing in the Big Shot. Now, what I did back here, let me grab these. I want to show you a couple of things here first. Let's just start with this one. All right, so for this tag, I got I did 5 inches long, but it's 2 inches wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rose piece. I'm just going to set that right on my precision plate and bring in my top plate. And I'm just going to roll this through. Okay, bring it back. And then we're just going to take this off. And I usually have somewhere in this mess of my desk, or my workstation, there it is. This is my pokey tool. These pieces come out really fast. I mean, I don't even need the brush. I mean, I'm poking them out. They're going all over the place, but they are coming out really quickly. Okay, so I'll play with that in a second. And then I want to show you how I did the second one. All right, so again, there it is. That's the first piece. Then I just took another small piece. And I'm just going to do it this way. This is what's really cool about this. Now, this is just a 2 by 2.5 piece. And I'm going to run it through because I only want that half a piece up there. I'm just going to bring it back. You don't have to, but I'm just doing it because it's easier for me. Now this, I'm going to take off. I'm not going to worry about, just that rips right off there. Here's the flower, right? But I don't want this piece right here. Inside there, on the framelits, are these little guys. There's one for the flower and there's one for that star, as I call it. If you go ahead and you match that up, I have to stand up to do that though. You match it up to the flower, it will cut your flower out. I mean, you could fussy cut it too, but why bother? It's right there. And let me see if that's, yep, that's in the camera. So now I'm just gonna run that back through. And one time should be enough. I'm just gonna move this over here for 1 second. I'll be using it again. Take this over here, get it out of my way for a minute. And it cut my flower out. See? Hey, Chrissy, how are you doing? Love you, love you. Okay, so let me get my pokey tool. That's not the one I wanted. There it is. Okay, let's get those little doodads out. A couple more little pieces and we're done. Okay, so there's my other white piece. My other white. All right, so let me bring this one back in. So that's pretty cool, right? I mean, now I have the rose cut out. Now this one's gonna go right up there. The reason I did 2 of them is because if I use my blends right on this one, it's gonna bleed through and I don't want that. So very quickly, I'm gonna take my Highland Heather, the dark one, and I'm just gonna throw some dark color in here. I'm using the fatter side on this because I just want some dark color in there. And I'm doing it right on my blotter paper. This is a thin piece, so I don't really. Now this side, what I did was I just took the marker and I just flicked it. And remember, you want to use the side of your marker anyway. So I just flicked it to get some color in there, but I did the dark first because I wanted to keep some dark color in there. And for those of you who never use blends, you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute as far as. Okay, so if I flip this around, you're gonna see that, ooh, come on, some of the color bleeds through. That's why I made a second one, because I don't want it to bleed through on my tag. So now I'll bring that up to the camera and you can see, hopefully, that there's some light and dark in there. All right. Now I'm gonna take my, this is Call Me Clover. I'm gonna go and throw some, make sure I'm in the cameras here. I'm gonna throw some dark green on here. I just flick a little color in there. It doesn't really matter where you put it because it's all gonna blend together. And then I'm gonna take the light and I'm just gonna go right over it and blend it so I get light and dark. And you can keep going back and forth to blend a little more color, but that's good for now. So now you can see that it's got the light, some dark green in there, so it looks like the veins of the leaves. Oop, missed a little spot right there, I see. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is going to take my main piece, and I'm going to just put a little of our detail glue. I don't want to put a lot because I don't want it squishing out. I love my technical terms, squishing out. I'm just putting a little glue, and this dries very fast. That's what I like about it. Enough to hold it down for a few minutes, and you always want to close this up right away. Once you can see it, I think I have my old glasses on. I do. Okay, so I'm going to put that right on here. Oh, there's one piece that didn't come out. Get out of there. Okay. I'm going to lay this right over top of that. And just hold it down for a second or two. Sometimes what I do is I just put a block on there. Now, I already cut out the vine piece. Now, the vine piece is this one right here. So I already did that. And this one had a piece of ribbon going across it here. I didn't do the ribbon, so we're gonna improvise here. I'm gonna take this white ribbon. There, it's already dry. And the reason I'm doing that is it does have a little line when you, right there. So I don't really like to see that line. So what I'm gonna do is just take a little white ribbon. See, I'm changing things up already. And let's see, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna put a little snail here. Sometimes this gets me in trouble when I do things this. I'm not sure what I'm doing on TV or on video. Okay, so I'm gonna just put that there. Just because I don't like it. Oh, you know what? Here, let's do this. Let me show you how I color the ribbon instead. So I'm using the dark Highland. Watch how quickly and how easy this is to color with the blends. I hold it in my hand and I just hold it down. Look at that, it soaks right in. Can you see that? I just did this. I just hold it down to the side and drag it like that quickly, because you don't want to waste a lot of your ink. And then go back, you can go back and add some in there if you want, but you don't have to have it all on there. You know what I mean? There you go. Look at that. And it dries so fast. I'll use that piece instead. And that'll show up better. This is already dry. So I'll put a little snail on the back of here, just to hold it in place for a minute. Usually I use a glue dot, but I'm not going to look for that right now. Ooh. Okay, that didn't dry as fast as I should have, but yeah, let me put that back here. Oh, come on. Don't make a liar out of me now. I just want that to stay down for a minute. Okay, there we go. Snip that. Alright, I need my glue dots. There we go. Glue dots work better. Back to using my glue dots like I should have. Okay. Am I in the camera view? There we go. Glue dot. Glue dot. Throw that on the floor, that's fine. Just bring this one over. Okay, that little crease you're not gonna see, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in this, little vine. I'm going to do the same thing with my detailed glue. Put a little bit on each petal, or every other petal. Close it up. And then I'm going to put it right over that. Just hold it down for a minute or put a block on it to hold it, and it will stay. So again, just give it a second, it'll be dry. Then what I did was I brought in my rhinestones just to add a little bling to it. And you don't have to wait for anything to dry. You can do big ones. I mean, there's different sizes here. So I like to put a larger one up there. And then I just did some smaller ones down the vine of it. Maybe one right there and one right here. You can never have enough bling on anything. And then to top it off, some little Winkostella to add some shimmer to it. I think I like the Call Me Clover green better. I'll bring it over to so you can see both of them. But I'm just putting some Winkostella on it. You could also do it with shimmery cardstock. But again, the reason I did it this way was to show you how you can cut out that rose and also not get the blends on the back. Where's my other ribbon that I already cut? I'm just going to cut that piece back off. I'm going to bring this right through here. Bring that through. And I always like to put a little knot here. It's just the way I do it. And I have a beautiful tag. Now this one I put to and from, but this one I'm not going to put anything yet because I don't know what I'm going to use it for. Okay, so there's my first tag. I mean, nothing to it. You can make, and then you can round the corners if you want with our corner rounder. But I don't know, which green do you like? I kind of like both of them. But let me show you real close. Can you see the shimmer? I mean, I think the shimmer does a lot. But I don't know if you can really see how great the blends look on this. Oh my gosh, they look so great. And then the shimmer just adds to it. Oh, thank you, Joanne. So that's the first project. And now you know how to use the little thing to cut out this little guy, you know, to cut out the roses. And then of course there's one here. Let me just show you that. There's one here that goes over what I call the star. I don't know if it's really a star, but it cuts that part out too. So let's do the second card. This card, because I can't get enough of this paper anyway. Now this I used the white or thick white cardstock and our rich raspberry cardstock, and then again the Petal Promenade because I love that. And then what I did was I took again a 2-inch strip for the rose. I'm just gonna put this over here for a second. Oop, I need my strip. And I did 5 inches. I definitely don't need 5 inches. I don't need it to be 5 inches long. But the great thing about these tags, oh yeah, that's the other thing. I went through my scrap bin. Take all your scraps, whether they're retired colors or not. This is a great way to use up all your scraps. Make all these great tags. All my gifts are going to have beautiful tags now. Okay, we're going to run that through. And again, you only have to run it through once. The only reason I bring it back, it's easier for me to get it out of the machine while I'm on camera. So I'm going to take that out. Move this back over here. And hold on. Don't forget, ladies, the giveaway is after this is all over. I still have blends to give away. I know I sent everybody's out, and I know Valerie said she got hers. So hopefully, Diana, you got yours. If not, you will, because they are in the mail. Okay, so here we go. Pulling out all these. And don't forget to use the Hostess code that I put on there for July. And let me know what celebration item you want from me. I put on the web my Facebook page what's left. In August, I'll have something else to give away on my ordering online. Okay, so there we have that. Okay, so I like to use, when I am using the white as the card base, I do like to use the thicker cardstock now. But you do have to make sure that you give it a good fold. You can use the paper score, the scoring blade on your paper cutter, or a good bone folder. Go ahead, and then I mean, this is not a hard card to make. It's just a gorgeous card. And you can make this as a birthday card, a wedding card. I mean, it goes for anything. It's just a gorgeous card because this paper is so darn gorgeous. Okay. And then just layer that right up there. I mean, look at these colors. Jeez, they're just, Stampin' Up, you did outdo yourself this time. Okay. And then I'm just going to take this ribbon. Again, this ribbon is so pliable. It's so easy to tie, even for me, because I have I'm ribbon challenged sometimes. This one I don't even have to put a glue dot in the back. Okay, so, but I do tie my bows upside down and then turn them around. Don't ask me why, but it does help me. That's my little tip for bows. And then I'm just gonna fling it around this way. And that one's too long, so I just play around with it a little bit until I get it the way I want. I don't trim the tails, as I call them, off until I put the card together and see the way I want it. You can actually have the tails on your ribbon, on this bow, off the card, because it's so pliable, it will bend nice in the envelope, and it won't, you know, it's not like real thick or anything, so you could get it in the envelope, but I just want to play around with it just a tad more. Okay, so there's my bow. We're just going to leave that for a second. And then, where did I? Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you, and I did bring this. Let me put this over here for a second. I didn't do the tag yet because I did want to show you the stitched framelits. Again, that's from the Stitched All Around, and I may do that one for Facebook Friday morning. Yes, I'll be back Friday morning. Thank you for bearing with me last Friday morning that I wasn't on. Okay, so this is my new favorite tag, or label, I should say. So I'm just going to put that right through here, and I think this was actually one of my strips for my little bag that I always keep near me. And if I'm not getting up, so I may have moved that. I may have to do it again. Being a little lazy, aren't I? Let's see. Nope, it came out. Okay. Oh, just threw that on myself. Okay. Let's get that over there. And we'll just pop this out. Look at this. Isn't this great? I mean, yeah, how could you not use this with this with the other framelits? With this. I mean, it just goes so well. Look at it. You can't have one without the other. Isn't that a song of some sort? Okay. So now we have this. And for this one, I'm going to bring in my Rich Razzleberry. And I'm going to put especially for you. And bring it down here so I can make sure I stamp it straight. And you see what I said before, this is too long. So I'm just going to trim it. Should have done that first, but that should be good. Perfect. On this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use dimensionals. I want the tag to be puffed up a little bit on the card. So I got my dimensionals. And I'm just going to, what I tend to do is put them on the ribbon so it kind of holds that down too. These are just little things I do. Remove you so I don't lose you. Okay. All right. Just gonna lay that down right about there. Found one little piece that's not poked out. We'll get that out. Okay, so now that's down. And then I have my tag. I'm just gonna put that there. I think I might even do dimensionals on that. The other one I didn't, but this one I'm going to. I love dimension on cards. That and glitter. Glitter, sparkle, dimension. So we're gonna lay that down. Okay. Okay. Now I'm looking at it and going, okay, I'm gonna just trim this just a tad. That one's okay. So far, so far good. And then I am going to bring in, if I did, oh, there they are. Oh, gotta get some more of these. Now remember, for my tips and tricks, I keep them all in cases. And I have some of these great pink rhinestones. And let's see. Let's see which ones I want to use. I'll use one here. Use one here. I'll put one there. And I'll put one there. And you got a great birthday card. So for the inside, and I think I made this one into, now this one I also put a little rhinestone there. Let's see, did I make it? I said best wishes. So this one, I have a happy birthday. I'm gonna make this one a birthday card. Best wishes could be a birthday card too. So what I'm gonna do, take my rich raspberry, line it up on my sheet here so I stamp it straight. The happy birthday. Then I've got my cute little flower, which is also in the stamp set. I'm gonna stamp that right here. Oop. Yeah, it's all right. I would re-stamp that, but I'm not going to right now. I'm gonna stamp off. Why is that? There we go. I'm gonna stamp off. And then I might even stamp off again. There we go. Because I like to have that little flower over the birthday. And I would probably do that also on the envelope. And there we have it. And you could also add some shimmer if I wanted to. I could put some Wink of Stella right on that. So here we go. Same two cards. Different bling, different saying on the inside. Not hard at all. And I will tell you, if you get this bundle, you are going to fall in love with it just like I did. The possibilities are endless. Let me bring in the cards again to show you the other ones. I'll show you the other flowered ones first. For anybody that missed them, although you could catch them back here again. We have these two. And then we had the little black and white one. And then we have blueberry bushel tag. And then we had the star, as I call it. I don't know, it just reminds me of stars. And remember, I used the embossing folder with that. So many things coordinate with these sets. And then this one. And then this tag. And then my other favorite, I love this tag. This is, to me, I love this. I don't think I could give this one away. I might have to take it. I have to make another one because I have to keep this one. My sister would love this. I'll probably have to put this on her birthday present. So I'm going to have to make another one. Another little 4x4 card. And then we have this one. And then this card. Oh, I was going to give you the measurements on this card. And then this. So where is my handy dandy? Well, we'll just use the blotter paper. So this card, I thought I wrote it down. Okay, so it is 7.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 3 1/4. So it's 7.5, 5.5, and scored at 3 1/4. Okay. Again, 7.5, 5.5, scored at 3 1/4. And then what I did was I just used a strip. I think it was a leftover strip too, to decorate that. What die did I use on the white layer? This one? What die did you use? Okay. This, are you, Diane, I'm not sure what you're talking about. This is from the laser. If you're talking about this one, this is from the laser, 12x12 laser, detailed laser designer series paper that you can cut the pieces. And then this is the rose that we just went over. And then the embossing folder is the tuft. Oh, what paper? This paper? This is the Share What You Love paper. And Diana, I will look, just send me another message so that I can, if that's not what you're talking about, I will get you which one you're talking about, the pink. This is the Twinkle Twinkle paper. So I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but I will let you know. So those are all the cards. All right, let me flip the camera up for a minute so I can see everybody, or you can see me. I can't see you. Actually, I can see your faces when you pop up. Hi. So, let me do this, and then I'm going to pick the winner for the next set of blends. Again, ladies, don't forget, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I want to be your demonstrator. But if you don't have if you do have a demonstrator and you're thinking about signing up for Stampin' Up!, if you don't, sign up through me. But if you do, please get to your demonstrator and do that before July. Okay, there is such a good special going on. I will be back with you Friday morning. And there we go again with the camera. I got to get my husband to tighten this, I guess. I guess my hands aren't strong enough to tighten this. There we go. Yes, okay, it's the laser cut paper, yes. All right, so drum roll, let's find, where is my paper with everybody's name on it? I got everything thrown around here now. Once I start working on everything, okay, give me 1 minute. Let me find everybody's name here. I think I put my Big Shot on it. Oh, there we are. Okay, here's everybody's names that left comments and shared my video. So somebody's going to get the blends. And Friday morning I'll be back. I'll be back during the week with my tips and tricks and whatever Wednesday. So you'll see that also on Facebook, because I do it on Instagram, but I put it on Facebook. First, let me also say thank you so much for watching again. I appreciate it. I love all you girls. I really do. And guys. I really do enjoy this. I look forward to it every Sunday and every Friday morning. So let's see who's going to win the next set of blends. Okay, so we have 27. Let's see. Here we go. Number 23 is Vicki Brooks. Vicki Brooks, I don't know if you're on. Didn't see you come up, but if you can just instant message me your address, you won the blends. Vicki Brooks. Congratulations, and thank you all for watching. Again, leave me your comments, share my video. There's still another chance to win a set of blends. And I will see you back here Friday morning, 7 a.m. And I think, oh, I know what else I wanted to tell you. Okay, Stitched All Around I think we're going to do on Friday. If you aren't a demonstrator, you might not know this, but the demonstrators get to pre-order from the new holiday catalog. Now, I can't show you the catalog when I get it. I can show you the outside, but I can do an unveiling. And we get to pre-order on Wednesday, which I will be doing. And because I can't wait for anything, I'm probably going to overnight it. So I will be doing my unveiling, if UPS doesn't lose my package, on Thursday night. So check back with me then. Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. Have a great Sunday evening and a great week. Bye. Happy stamping.